Hi everyone, just following on from yesterday's post about Thermacell and Mozzies and what everyone's using and that. I just thought I'd redo what we use. So we have all our Mozzie stuff in this particular bag. Now these bags are awesome, these are the King's ones. We picked up 4 of these for the price of 2 a few weeks back. And actually they're on special again today. But this is what we use. Now we don't use all of it at the same time, it depends where we are and all that sort of stuff. So I'll just run through what we have in our bag and see how we go. Okay, so one of the things we got is the Aeroguard fabric spray. Kerry uses this, puts on a top, on a skirt, whatever, and I don't know, it seems to work. So we have that. Obviously we have our Bushmans. This one's just about empty, this one. Always have the Bushmans. We've got another one there. Actually they're both quite low. Okay, then we have this Bushmans. And that. Okay, we got this citronella. We haven't used this yet. I don't even know where we got this from, but we have that. Okay, now we have Mozzie Coils. We always use Mozzie Coils, and we just make sure we don't put them too close to us. We put them around the edge of the camp and that, and obviously we find these work. You know, there's a lot of debate on whether these are safe or they're poisonous, all that sort of stuff, but we don't put them too close to us. And obviously we wouldn't put them near other people, so if we're camping near some, we are mindful of other people. But Mozzie's coils, we have the Mozzie coil holders. We've got a few spare boxes here, so we use them quite often. Okay, this is not for Mozzies, but we use this around the tent if we go to places, and sometimes you don't always see the ants lying around sometimes, and we'll spray around the edge of the tent. And I've sprayed this a few times and yeah, works fine. And we have our Thermacell products. So we have this one. It takes the pads, which are in the boxes like these. You get the pads and the refills. Okay, so there's your little gas cartridge. Now the cartridge will last 12 hours. And the pads, got some loose pads here, the pads last 4 hours. So now we normally put it on maybe mid-afternoon and run it for 4 hours, and then we may run it for another 4 hours. It just depends on what the situation's like, but we find this works. We've had this one for years now and it works fine. We bought another one a while back, just the same sort of thing. And that, so sometimes we'll put both on, sometimes we'll put one, sometimes we'll use Multicoils, sometimes we'll use a combination. It just depends, but Kerry gets bitten horrendous. They just go to Kerry like anything. With me, they'll bite me sometimes, but I don't really get itchy or I feel the need to scratch them. But with Kerry, she's a magnet for them. So we'll put Mozzie Coils up, we'll put the Thermacell on, she might put the fabric spray on her clothes, she might put some Bushmen on her legs and arms. You know, and plus there's a whole range of other products. Some people use natural products, some people don't like to use these sort of products. Everyone is totally different, which is fine. This is just what we use. We're not sponsored by any of these companies, so you know, we're not telling you what, we're not trying to flog these off to people, but this is just what we use. And it seems to work pretty good. We don't if we sometimes if we get to put the Thermacell on, like at maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it might come to 6 o'clock. Oh, we should have put the Thermacell on by now, but Kerry goes, oh, I just got bitten. So one thing we try and do is put it on a bit earlier. You know, maybe, especially if we know we're going to be sitting in the chairs for a few hours, we're not getting up, we're cooking, and that we'll put the Thermacell, the Mozzie Coils, maybe we'll put them on about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Especially if it's getting dark at 6 like it does now, we might even put them on a little bit earlier and that. Yeah, And then yeah, and we have no problems with any of this stuff. It all works. And the only reason we have so many products is because of Kerry. They just bite her. If we didn't use anything, there'd be no way she could sit outside. She would have to go straight into the tent and there. But yeah, this is just for to share what we use, and obviously we don't use all these products at the same time. You know, it just depends. And that, but yeah, so that's what we have. We have the Thermacell, the Mozzie Coils, obviously the sprays, the Bushman spray. And sometimes we'll have a lotion. I'm not sure if it was a Bushman's lotion, you know. And we always look for specials, because when you buy these Bushmans, they can be very expensive. But you've got to buy what works, unfortunately. And sometimes it can be a little bit expensive. But we look for specials, obviously. These things do come on special. And there's Aeroguard sprays. It's not just Bushman sprays. There are other companies out there. Okay, so there you go, guys. Bye.